Hey you guys, so I wanted to share with you something that was very kind that happened not too long ago. So I was getting groceries, bringing it upstairs. We have Amazon Fresh deliveries. And one of the reasons why I have Amazon Fresh deliveries is I find that it's cheaper than going to the stores here in Brooklyn. Yeah, so we buy a lot of Gardein stuff for Lewis, and the price of that stuff is about $5-6 for Gardein. Normally on Amazon it's about $4 to $5, and because he goes through about basically a pack a day, it adds up quickly. I figured out normally we have about $11 cost savings if I do Amazon Fresh, even with the tip that I include, because the markup here in Brooklyn is kind of up there. Also, it's kind of a pain in the ass to bring eggs. So when we go to the grocery store, like normally we go through about 1 dozen eggs every 2 days. So that's about 4 dozen eggs a week, give or take. All that transport, it just adds up. Going Amazon Fresh, it just seems to kind of be a really easy solution, right? That way you save money, you have all the groceries you want, you don't have to wait in line, I don't have to deal with lugging 4 dozen eggs or thinking about, okay, is the Gardein in stock, is it not in stock? Really great. So I was talking to the Amazon Fresh delivery person for about 10 minutes. He was telling me how it is for them to deliver. He said the system is kind of screwed up on Amazon. What happens is that the people who deliver the Amazon Fresh stuff, they are also in charge of packing the groceries. So they pull the stuff off the shelves. I thought it was something like, the Uber Eats driver where they um where they just go to the location, the bags are ready and they just pick it up. It doesn't seem to be the case. They're responsible for packing and transporting the stuff. The driver told me right now there's some sort of glitch or some sort of way people are hacking the system. Let's say a driver goes over to the store, picks up the items, right? If they go to the location that they have to deliver, it could be suddenly that the location disappeared and someone else got that grocery pickup. Yeah, so it's weird because Amazon system doesn't flag it as if you are there picking up the groceries, and that automatically means that that is your groceries to deliver. You can have your spot stolen from you, and in the event that this happens, you have to go back to the place that you came from or give it to the driver who got it. Something like that. Anyway, it's just a total cluster. So, I was talking to the Amazon driver for about 10 minutes or so, and our one of our neighbors downstairs saw this huge amount of groceries, and they offered to help me with the groceries. And I was like, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. And they had the groceries, and I lifted it from their hand because I was like, no, 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 because even though it looks like it's a lot of groceries, this Gardein stuff is super light, and it's super bulky because there's so much air in there. So it takes up a lot more space, especially because the drivers are putting only 1 or 2 items in a bag. So it looks like a lot, but really it's not a lot. And he didn't say a word. He went upstairs, and I thought to myself, okay, Erica, maybe you're a little too brash or something. I mean, I didn't snap at him, but I just didn't want him to think that if you offer something like that and someone kind of like says like, no, 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 it's okay, like not to ever do that again, because I think it's a really nice gesture to do. So my idea was I have a chocolate bar lying around, and no, it is not an expired chocolate bar. And no, this was not rescued in Manhattan, in case you're wondering. See, so I had this chocolate bar, and I included this little note here that said, "Thank you for offering to help me with my groceries. It was very sweet of you to offer." So I'm gonna leave this in front of his door, and I hope that he continues to be very kind and sweet and thoughtful and things like that, because even though I didn't want him to carry my groceries, it doesn't mean that he should be dissuaded from helping other people. No, it's not orange chocolate. It's actually milk chocolate caramel. So you can buy this from Whole Foods. It's really tasty. They have a almond one as well, an almond chocolate one, and that was very, very tasty as well. So I prefer the almond one, but I also like this one. Yeah, but they're two very good flavors. I just feel like more in the almond mood right now. So, yeah, I just wanted to do this stream and let you guys know if someone does a sweet gesture, maybe carry some chocolate bars on you because yeah, chocolate bar is a really low cost way of saying, hey, thank you for being nice to me or thank you for being sweet or thoughtful and it's a sign of showing appreciation. Obviously, I don't have to do that, but I think it's a really good way of just encouraging people to keep up, the kindness that they have within them because sometimes if you are if like an instance where people are like no, it might dissuade them from ever doing that again, and I definitely don't want that to happen. Yeah, so I am very happy and I'm very appreciative about about the neighbor. Really nice guy, really nice guy. I have nothing bad to say. I That's why one of the reasons why I like living in this neighborhood. People here, I find, even if they might not look the most personable, they have good hearts overall. Good hearts. And uh, it's when people say like New Yorkers are rough or they're mean. That's not really the case. You just have to kind of get to know them. Of course, you do have some of those weirdos. You do have some of those creeps. You guys know about the situation yesterday, but there's a lot of good people here, and there's a lot of people who do care about their community. And there's also bad apples, but that is how life is. Just to give you guys a little short update about yesterday, I decided to go to the police. I filed a report, and I'm going to be going to listen to this, the Special Victims Unit, to speak to a detective soon, and I will see what happens. I'll give more details in a future stream about my experience reporting something. I also highly suggest, after yesterday, it's it's important to kind of remember, like, if something happens to you and you blank out, just remember, call the cops. Like for me, I blanked out. That was my problem. Like I've never had that situation before, so my initial thing was like blank out. Even though I know so many people are like, call the police, file a report, and everything. I honestly blanked out, and I have like an experience in my mind now. I know, if that ever happens to me again or anything similar happens, just kind of work through that blankness and just call the cops and make sure you don't lose them in your line of sight. So yesterday what happened was I was out rescuing food, and then there was this guy who came up behind me, and he actually put his hand underneath my leggings and touched the top of my butt crack. Yeah. Yeah, so he didn't get lower than my butt crack because I felt it, and I was like, what the and I was so shocked at what happened that I turned around, and he instantly said sorry, and then he stumbled away. And yeah, it's just I kind of streamed it, and while I was streaming it, I thought, frick, I really should, I shouldn't just stream it. I need to do something. So then I called Lewis up, and Lewis and I know my gut reaction, I should have been following him and chasing after him or don't lose him out of my line of sight. But keep in mind, it's it's like I'm alone by myself, and I didn't really want to get too close to him either. Hindsight is 2020. I should have called the cops, kept my distance, made sure I didn't lose track of him. I know that this was not an isolated incident either, and I'm very lucky that it was minor. Even though touching someone is wrong, touching the top of someone's butt is like their butt crack, like the lower back. Like it's in my opinion, it's minor. It could have been much worse. So I went to the police, and I will be sharing that in another stream because I don't want to get too off topic. Yeah. So yeah. So Lewis and I tried to find the guy afterwards, and we could not. I mean, there are just so many places you can go down. Subway stations, alleys, and Even though he came out within like 3 to 5 minutes going down all these streets, we could not find him. So yeah, yeah. So it was, disgusting what happened, but I want to see, how is this kind of thing handled, so I can share my experience with you. I do know that I have some female subscribers here, or people who, do speak to females, and I think it's important to kind of keep it in your head or share with others. If anything happens to you, you might blank out, and if you do blank out, just remember, call the police. Like, even if you don't remember, even if you don't know what to do, just call the police and try to keep this guy in your line of sight. Even, you don't have to get within 5 feet of him, but just keep this person in your line of sight. Like, that's what I wish I had done, but like I said, my mind just blanked out, so that's why I didn't really think about it. I hope from my experience that you guys share with people that you know, or remember that, right? Just remember, keep the person in your line of sight if possible, and call the police. You don't have to do anything else. Just follow that on autopilot. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Yeah. So it was, and yeah, this person was like the first verifiable, like, total creep. Yeah, so it's considered, if I remember correctly, it's forcible touch. Yeah, I think that's what it's being listed as, and I'm very lucky. As I said, it was just touching my lower back. He didn't get any lower than that, and yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, well, wait, I forgot to mention to you guys. So that wasn't just it. So so before that, right, he came close to me. Before that, he came close to me, and he brushed up behind me, and his hand went like, over my pants, but it brushed up in between my legs, and I was like, what the? And I thought he was trying to look for something, so I just kind of gave him a free pass, especially because he said, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were my girlfriend." Like, that's what happened initially. I completely forgot about that, but that's what happened initially, and I just, I was like, okay, that's weird. That's weird, but I'll just, whatever. And I saw him, and he crossed the street. I didn't see him come back. That's the thing, because I was just, further looking through things, and I didn't see him come back. And then that's when he did the whole, hand under my leggings to the top of my butt crack. So that's the farthest he went to, but it was utterly disgusting. And yeah, I went to I thought there was a police station and right next to the store. It turned out to be a traffic area of sorts. So I talked to a police officer about that. I told him what happened, and they said I have to walk 5 blocks away. I don't know if that's true or not. You guys can tell me. If you encounter a police officer, right? Can they take what you're saying right then and there, or do you have to actually walk to the station? I don't know, but I had to walk about 5 blocks away to the actual police station, and then it's just the experience. I'm going to be very frank with you guys. It made me understand why people do not want to report things to the cops. That's all I'm gonna say. Right now, I understand it, because there were certain things that were said to me that made me think, like, geez Louise, this thing happened to me. I'm reporting it, but I don't want to feel like I should have done more. Like, it was just, yeah, I just, it just made me feel bad inside of it. And there was actually a point in time where I considered walking out, because I thought, geez, I didn't come into a police station just to feel bad about myself. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just, yeah, so I told Lewis about it, and Lewis, said that, Lewis wanted to chase after him and things like that. And I trust that Lewis could find the guy faster than, police response. That's just my opinion. When I was walking to the police station, I didn't see any police officers on the street, which is kind of weird because it was near Times Square. It's Midtown Manhattan. You would think with all the for Friday night you would have police swarming around. Not really. I had to walk a couple blocks before I actually saw, apart from that traffic area, until I saw an actual police officer. So, it's strange. It is strange. Oh wow. Yeah. So it's never happened to me before, and that's one of the reasons why I completely blanked out, because my mind was thinking like, really, did that really happen? And then it's just, yeah, you just blank out. And the other thing too is that they were asking me details. They said, can you identify this guy in a lineup? And I said, I can't. I honestly can't. The guy had a face mask on. How can I identify someone who has a hoodie and has a face mask on? I can't. And I can tell you generally, like, he had really thick eyebrows, and I can tell you what his weight is, and I have, I can show you what he was wearing, but you can't get a good look because of the time, and because of, what he was wearing and the face mask thing. I can't. And I understand why some people, when they struggle to identify people who do them wrong, it's completely understandable, because when I was being asked for this kind of stuff, I was like, oh crap, it's like, yeah. I took some video of it, you guys, but I think I unlisted or privated it. I can't remember, but yeah. You White says you stab. Yeah. I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. I don't carry weapons on me, but yeah. I just kind of think, and I know that a lot of New York is under a lot of security cameras, so maybe, just maybe, they're able to track how the guy looks like going down the street, or if he went down the subway, and get a good shot. But you don't know. I know that they probably have really good security cameras. I don't know how it is. Yeah, I know how his eyes look like. He had these really bushy looking eyebrows and dark eyes. And they were asking me like, was his hair brown or black? And I'm thinking, okay, this happened around like 9:40 at night. I can't tell you definitively if it was a dark brown or it was a black. it's it's just, yeah. Oh, bank dies. Oh, that's a good idea. Bank bags. Can people actually carry that bank bag dies? Is that legal to carry? I mean, I know that sounds stupid, but can I actually buy that? Because I'd actually be interested in buying one of those things. Wow, that's a good thing. That's a good idea. Yeah, there's no way you can lose a guy like that. Unless he took off his jacket, then you kind of get screwed. Yeah. Okay. Knowing my luck, it's probably gonna burst in my bag, and I'm like, oh frick, I dyed my own bag. Oh, whatever. Destroyed clothes, whatever. You know what? If that happened, I'd be very happy. I don't. If that happens, and I threw something and I destroyed his clothes, I'd be like, whatever. If anything, they should be paying me, right? um, yeah. But with my clumsy luck, I probably just it actually burst in my bag, and then I'd end up with the orange bag, and it'd be like, Erica, how come your bag is orange? I'm like, well, my bag died, broke in my bag. Yeah, so I will share with you guys another stream about my experience, and it's kind of embarrassing, so I didn't really want to share. I was thinking like not sharing it openly, but I also think that it's important to kind of share this stuff, so that way, in the event that if you know anybody or if you yourself have fallen in that situation, right? It's you have that kind of like mentality, like telling people, okay, if you blank out, it's okay. just make sure you call the cops first and foremost and keep your distance and see if you can follow him and call the cops and have the cops on the phone. Like I said, my mind blanked out. I'm sure this is pretty common with, some people. When something like this happens to you, if it's never happened to you before, your mind just blanks out and kind of like logic goes out the window. So, yeah, a good learning experience. And if this ever happened again, you will be damn sure I will call the cops and I will follow the guy, and keep a safe distance away from this kind of person. Yeah. Yeah. Also, here's the other thing too. This person was about 250 pounds and taller than me. So I think they were between 5'8", 5'10", or so. Yeah. So if one of the things that the person that I spoke to the police station said was, why didn't you kick him? Why didn't you punch him? My thinking is, yeah, I could kick or punch a person. However, if you're in front of a person who is significantly taller than you and also probably like double your weight, I do not feel comfortable throwing a punch or throwing a kick at a person, because all it takes is that person scooping me up, body slamming me, right? I could break a tooth. It would just not be worth it. And it's things like that that made me kind of understand why some people might not want to report things. It's like having that experience for me would dissuade me from reporting similar things like that in the future if I let it get under my skin. Yeah. Yeah. So, but it's important because I want to make sure that if this happens to anybody else, right? Just remember what I said, two things, right? Call the cops, and if you can, keep your distance away from that person and follow them. And, of course, take a picture if you can, but make sure that you do not put yourself in harm's way. It's just, yeah, it's kind of scary because it's like, you guys know my experience, right? Like, I also don't know how that person's mindset is, right? Do they have a weapon on themselves? If they have a weapon on themselves and I punch and kick them and they draw out that weapon, I am not gonna win, because there is a size difference, there is a weight difference, there is a weapons difference. Yeah, I had basically a flashlight and gloves on me. That was it. Just flashlight, gloves, and a bag. Yeah. So I really don't see how I could defend myself with those items. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm going to deliver my little chocolate bar, and I hope, where'd my little thing go? Yeah, I hope that that person keeps being sweet to others and they keep doing nice things. I'm sure they are a really nice person. Probably, if someone's struggling, they'll open the door for them or something like that. But it's good to reward people with that kind of stuff, and just show them that, hey, it's really appreciated what you did. And yeah, keep being awesome, keep being nice. Yeah. It's called Tony's Choco Lonely. This is actually a really good chocolate bar. I think this is for sharing size, but lucky me. I am with a person who doesn't really eat too many sweets, so sharing size is just more Erica size. Yeah, this is a good size bar, 6.35 ounces. If you guys like almonds, they have an almond version of this one too. I think you can only buy it from Whole Foods or Amazon. Yeah, but this is a really nice bar. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. See ya.